Hey everybody, it's Eddie Sprouse coming to you on behalf of the American Motorcycle Journal. As you probably know, we just got this thing started and got it off the ground today. Originally, we had tried to get it started this weekend, but Facebook wouldn't cooperate with us. We had a name change. We were first thinking of calling it, oh gosh, I done forget. We're going to call it Two Wheel Adventures with Eddie Sprouse, something like that. And I decided I want to broaden the scope of this thing a little bit. I wanted to invite some actual motorcycle journalists and photographers in and have people collaborate on this project. The idea behind this, you may be asking, well, why in the world are you taking this on? Why are you doing this thing? Well, if you know me, you know I love motorcycles. I've had a fascination with them before I was even able to ride a motorcycle. When I was just a little youngster, unfortunately, I never owned a motorcycle until I was probably, I'm gonna guess maybe 18 when I got my first bike, and it was a barn find, and it needed a lot of work. I didn't keep it as long as I'd like to. Had it for maybe a year while I was in college. And then when I moved back to Brevard, I found another basically basket case bike that I never even put on the road before I ended up selling it. Because, you know, when you're young and money gets tight, the thrills and that kind of stuff are the first things to go. So I basically got out of riding bikes until my 40s. So I think it was 2012 maybe when I got my first bike after that big gap of time. And I bought it from a buddy of mine, John. John made me a heck of a deal on I think it was a 1997 Kawasaki Vulcan Classic 900. Loved that bike. It taught me a lot. It wasn't so big that it was overwhelming, but it was something I could ride on the interstate, and I did. Even took it up to the Dragon and rode up there and did some camping off that bike. And one thing led to another, and I decided I wanted bigger, faster, heavier, something carry more stuff. So I upgraded to a Kawasaki Nomad. Anyway, I'm not here to tell you about my history of motorcycles, but since then, I've had 4 or 5 different bikes. Currently, I'm on a 2003 Honda Goldwing, but I have a love for all kinds of motorcycling, for off-road, for the adventure bikes, um, sport bikes, anything and everything in between. I just love everything having to do with motorcycles, and I've been very fortunate enough that I've been able to start some motorcycle riding groups, and that went real well for a while for me. And I just thought, you know, I'd love to be able to tell people more about motorcycling and get more people involved in it and encourage people to step out and try it, whether it be on 2 or 3 wheels, whether it be the spider variety where you got the 2 wheels in the front, or a classic trike with the 2 in the back, or if it's just, you know, two wheels, man, and just doing it that way. So anything that has to do with motorcycles is what we want to promote on this American Motorcycle Journal. And I've been very blessed that the very first day this thing has been up, we've got over 60 likes on Facebook. We've got a blog that has gone live. And the most amazing thing happened. I invited a couple of journalists to join me. And Terry Conrad was the first one to join. And Terry and I go way back when she was running a motorcycle magazine for Kawasaki called Riders of Kawasaki, or ROC. And Terry contacted me about some of my photography. At the time, I had a Kawasaki Concourse, and she wanted me to write an article, and I never really got the article done. I don't know. I didn't find the time to do it. Should have done it. But Terry has since moved on to other things. But she's been involved in motorcycle journalism and motorcycle riding for a very long time. And I'm excited that she's joined the team. She's going to be hopefully writing blog posts for the blog and making posts on Facebook and on Instagram. And as you're going to know now, we actually have a YouTube account as well. So our admins will be sharing in that. And additionally, a little later on in the day, Michael Galgen, man, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. Michael is editor-in-chief of the Blue Ridge Motorcycle Magazine. And it's a quarterly publication. He does a fantastic job with it. I've been to several events where he was there taking pictures and he writes up stories. And Michael has this really great love for motorcycling as well. I don't know as much about his history, but I look forward to learning from him and hearing what he's got to say on our different platforms. It's just real exciting. And I've got a few other people that I've sent requests to see if they want to come on board and join us. Our goal is to promote motorcycle riding in America. And really, we want stuff on here that's going to be good for the guy who's just thinking about getting a bike, or lady, and the person who has their first motorcycle and maybe they want to know about groups in the area or meetups or events they can go to and be involved in, or maybe safety classes and things like that, or they just have a general interest in motorcycling. And this is going to be something good for the veteran too. The veteran rider, they're going to see stuff that I hope they find interesting in this as well. And if you know somebody who wants to contribute to this this whole thing, just have them get in touch with me. They can send an email to Eddie at AmericanMotorcycleJournal.com. They can reach out to me by phone. My number is 828-556-9876. They can go to our Facebook page, American Motorcycle Journal, and send us a message that way. They can leave comments. They can comment under this video. There's so many different ways that people can connect with us, and we're going to keep adding more and more of those kind of things out there. If you know somebody who wants to be involved, if you yourself would like to get involved and promote motorcycle riding in America, I'd really like to hear from you. And if all you want to do is just a guest article or a blog, you don't want to be an admin or anything more in depth than just writing or sitting in videos or photography, that's fine too. We just want to get the content out there, and we want to tell people about how wonderful life is on 2 or 3 wheels. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Like this video, subscribe to our channel. Go check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. And there'll be some other things coming very soon. And also check out our blog. I'll put the information and links to each of those things under this video. And thank you for tuning in.